Hello and welcome to Mr. Lamb Science Corner. Today we're going to do an oldie but a goodie. Certainly not going to make any claim whatsoever to having done this because first, because if I tried to do that, number one, you wouldn't believe me. Number two, I'd have to have proof of some sort of time machine because it's been around a long time. So what we're going to do is we're going to color Carnation. And I use a Carnation because, quite frankly, this is one that I've seen done before. I'm pretty sure you could do it to other flowers, and we may be doing some stuff with other flowers later because you do the stuff. But we're going to use a Carnation, and I'm going to do a little shout out. And normally I don't do ads, but I'm going to say if you happen to be in Klamath Falls, Nybex is a one on South 6th Street, and they gave me this Carnation because they just are nice. So anyway, so we're going to do that. So it's very simple. I looked it up to see how to do it, and it just said you need to make sure you have a strong solution. So you can tell this has been used a while, and I'm going to pour basically all the blue in here. Because I want to get a new blue before Easter egg time. Yes, my wife and I still do Easter eggs, and we get our 40-year-old son over here, and the three of us, we color up a dozen eggs each. And then he takes his eggs back to his home, and we put our eggs in the refrigerator and we eat them because that's the way we are. So you can do that if you want to. So anyway, so we have a really strong solution. I'm going to pour a little bit of water in there. It's still going to be a strong solution. Now it's really important that you take a pair of scissors and you cut part of the stem off, and then you put fairly quickly into the Carnation into the solution. It's really important because this probably sat out for a while, and the little tubules here, there's probably different capillaries, I think probably is the more proper word, and as they dry up, they seal up, and so you won't do it. So you want to cut it fresh so that it will exhibit some fresh capillary action, and that's the word that you want to use. And you've probably already done this, but if you haven't, if say you're a brand new teacher or something like that, this is what you want to talk about. So capillary action is basically, have you ever wondered how you have like a big old pine or fir tree, and you have maybe for some of the Douglas fir trees, you have maybe as much as 150, 200 feet of straight trunk, and then you have all the leaves. Well, how does water get up there? It gets up there through capillary action, and I'll let you look up the capillary action and get a good explanation of what's going on and everything, because it's good for you. Don't want to give you everything. But capillary action is the thing. And you know, you can also talk about, if you want to talk about, you know, give your kids something more just kind of to talk about, is that a lot of ships, especially British ships, used to come to the Pacific Northwest because they could get new masts here, because some of these masts had to be 120, 150 feet tall, and sometimes more. And so they would come here and they would select a few likely trees and they would cut them and then they would store them, get them nice and dry, nice and tough and whatnot. And then if they ever broke a mast, they had spars and masts and everything else for spares. Now what we're going to do is we're going to leave this because it's a little bit old carnation, and so we're going to leave it here and we'll come back and we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. It usually does take overnight to do this, and so what you can do is you can set it up, you can talk about it, and then you can say, no, we're going to leave it here, put it someplace safe, and then take a look at it the next day.
2, 1.
Okay, here we are back again, Mr. Lund Science Corner, and it appeared to be the carnation was a little bit old, but you can see that it turned. I don't know if we can get.
Yeah, I've got it zoomed in.
Zoomed in.
Yep, I got it real zoomed in.
Okay, so you can see how blue it is and everything, and then we have plenty of more blue food coloring if we wanted to do anything else. But carnations seem to be the best for this kind of thing. I could see a class maybe buying some carnations and doing them up, and then pulling them out, letting them dry off, maybe paper towel or whatever, and then pinning them on the mothers that come for science night or something like that. And then when the kids tell them that they did this themselves, mothers will of course will certainly be very happy to get them. Almost guaranteed. No money back. Okay? So anyway, so that's how we do it. Just very simple. You remember to cut a little bit here so you get kind of a fresh surface like you're supposed to for all the flowers, and then just put it down into a strong solution. I probably used stronger than I needed, but I put in probably about half as much water as I had blue food coloring. And of course the blue food coloring's got water in it too, so but that's what we did. Okay, thank you very much.